On YouTube, this your boy JC. And I know this is our first time kind of interacting with each other because I haven't posted a video. Honestly, me getting to this point right here took a lot, my nigga, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was kind of scared to make a video. Who the fuck really want to hear their voice? Who want to hear this shit played back to them? You feel me, gang? So I know y'all seen the title and the description below. I quit my job. I'm really jobless out this bitch, you feel me? Like, I ain't even look for another job, you hear me? The question is, what's next? I don't know, gang. I don't know, chat. Y'all tell me, because if you probably asked me this maybe about a year or two ago, I'll probably tell y'all, bro, I ain't trying to do no damn YouTube, bro. I'm not trying to make no video. I am not trying to be in front of nobody's camera. I am not the type of nigga that like to talk, you feel me? But anyways, I quit my job. I'm kind of happy I quit my job, actually. Because for the amount of time I put in at work, I don't really see the outcome of it. Like, you work, and you work, and you work. I'm talking Sunday to Sunday. At least for me, it was Sunday to Sunday. And sometimes the money fluctuated, you know what I'm saying? Some weeks I had real good weeks. Some weeks I had decent weeks. And some weeks I just had money that came in and I was just like, bro, what the fuck is this? Why did I work from sun up to sundown just to make just enough to get by? You feel me? Like, it's kind of mad wild, you feel me? But more of the story, this is my first YouTube video. We'll lead up to what made me quit my job. So right before I quit it, it was speculations about damage that I did to company property, which could have been my fault or couldn't have been my fault. Truly, gang, I don't know. But the moral of the story, I don't remember doing it. And I don't remember when I inventoried the equipment that it was actually messed up as well, you feel me? So we took the equipment to the shop, we get it serviced, we get it looked at. And the first thing the person says is, oh shit, man, you got more damage on your equipment than what you stated. And I said, well, I was coming to the shop regardless. And y'all was gonna see whatever damage happened to the vehicle. All right, no problem, that's cool, bet. We get a call to my company manager. And he called me and he tell me, hey man, I need you to be honest with me, tell me what happened. And I told him, what you trying to, get at? What do you mean what happened? He was like, well, we seen the photos and we heard word of mouth, hey, this is the damage, then they sent the photos over. I said, hey man, if you talking about X, Y, and Z, okay, then possibly that might be my fault. All right, that part might be me, chat. I might have did that part, but I was gonna tell the shop. It wasn't like I was trying to hide it. When I brought the equipment into the job, they was gonna see it regardless, chat. I'm not capping it to y'all. Okay, cool. So we get into a little bit later in the conversation, and he basically tells me that I'm a liar. I was just doing whatever with the company equipment, and I was treating it like I didn't care. Any equipment I ever got that wasn't mine, or even anybody's property or belonging that they let me borrow, I'm always down to treat it like it's my own, because I wouldn't want nobody to do that shit to me, gang. You feel me? So why in the fuck would I do it to somebody else's equipment? You know what I'm saying? I'm not shiesty like that, bruh. You know what I mean? Some people work hard for the stuff they get. So in return, why would I dog it out, fuck it up? You feel me, gang? That's just not me. All right, that entire night, I could not sleep to save my life. Cause it just sat on me and done on me in my heart. Like, damn, bro, they really blaming me for something that I know I didn't do. You know what I mean? And at the same time, it's not a problem that I'm getting blamed for it, but it's the way we going about blaming me for it is more the problem. So all right, bet. I couldn't sleep that night. I stayed up, I tossed, I turned. Something just didn't sit right in my stomach or my heart, gang. I'm not gonna cap it to y'all. But with that being said, the next day, I wake up, I get ready, I do what I need to do, and I head to work. This is Saturday. Handle work on a Saturday. All right, cool, not a problem. Like I told y'all at the beginning of the story, I work Sunday to Sunday. Not a problem, gang, whatever. We can do this. All right, bet. I do what I gotta do. I'm heading a couple hours away to make a delivery. You know, I'm almost an hour out, bro. I drive an hour away and then I get to the location and I pump the brakes and fuel spilled everywhere. Now, granted, a lot of other things led up into the frustration that I kind of had toward this day. But whatever, cool. We not mad at that, chat. That's whatever. But this specific day, I just had enough. I was done. It was nothing you could tell me, gang, to make me want to stay there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Especially the long hours I put in, especially the hard work I did, and especially the time I just spent away isolated by myself, just working. That's literally all I did was work. Work. I didn't have time to spend the money because I worked. And I worked. I went to sleep. And I worked. I went to sleep. And I worked. I went to sleep. And I worked. That literally the cycle that I just went over and over, gang. You feel me? So we get to the location like I was telling y'all, chat. And fuel spilled everywhere, my nigga. I ain't have no words. All I said was, fuck, my nigga. This shit really happened. Like, this shit is really on the grind. And the only thing I could tell the people, bruh, today is my last day, bruh. That's it. I don't want nothing else to do with this job. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. There's nothing you can tell me to make me stay. I apologize to the people. I said, bruh, my bad, bruh. I did not know that I ain't have my count. When it spilled on the grind, it's just like something clicked in me that said, damn, nigga, this might be it. This might be your last day. It ain't nothing that might keep you here. I ain't give a fuck about what type of money I had in my bank account. I just said, bro, this is it. So I don't even remember delivering they shit. I don't think I even picked it up or delivered it. I was done. I got in there. I tried my best to hang in there. I called some people about giving me a new fuel cap. I couldn't come back, obviously, in the facility without the fuel cap. Maybe if I went and spilled the fuel, I would have got away with it. But because I spilled the fuel, they wouldn't let me come back in there without physical proof that I had something to secure. All right, bet, gang. Cool. Cool, twin. all right, whatever, gang. Cool. All right, bet. So I drive all the way back off the property, which wasn't far. The street was probably like less than a mile. Whatever, cool. So I drive away from the property. And then from that point on, I head back into my company. And I ain't get nobody a call. I just said, bro, whatever fuel I got, if I gotta get more, we fueling up, gang. And we taking this shit back. We're done. Keep in mind, this ain't even my truck, because my truck is in the shop. There's, you know what I'm saying? We in somebody else's truck, which is okay. I was blamed for fucking up my truck. And I turn around and lose a fuel cap to the next equipment. And you know what I'm saying? It ain't looking good for me, chat. And I could tell the company manager, he was already tired of me. I could tell, I could hear it in his tone. But I didn't have really many problems before this incident, truth be told. So, okay, bet, gang, that's cool, not a problem. We make it. 3 hours later, we take the drive, chat. We take the drive, you know what I'm saying? We getting up out of here. We burning them miles. We take the equipment back. I type on a tablet. Hey, man, I want to thank y'all for the opportunity for letting me work here at y'all company. But today, unfortunately, is my last day. I just have had enough. I've done this for a while, and today is it for me. I can't do nothing more for y'all, and that's fine. I didn't want to do nothing else for them anyways. At that point, I was so mad that I slept the night at the company, and then early at the crack of dawn, I got up out of there, chat. I'm talking about built the ass to the pavement. You hear me? That's how fast we got up out of there, gang. We get on the Greyhound, and I really hate the Greyhound, we gotta be actually honest. This is the only place where you see some of the most fucked up shit. Like, you see crackheads, especially you go to the terminal in Atlanta, twin. Anybody who rode a Greyhound from Atlanta or even from any part of Georgia, if you own a Greyhound, twin, and you going to Atlanta, bro, you see the most J's, crackheads, everybody outside, bro, and they be wildin', bro. But what's crazy about that is like they all seem to get on the Greyhound just to go to Atlanta. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they serving up there. But they make all the fiends want to come to Atlanta and try their shit. You feel me? Like, I think niggas out there smoking that Fent Breeze or something, gang. I don't know. But Atlanta has the most strung out people I don't ever seen in my life, gang. And it is bad. Anytime I gotta ride a Greyhound or that, I try not to. But anytime I have, I pray, bruh, because I hate going out that way, bruh. What's crazy about it, they never ask for money. They just like an NPC. You be chilling outside, gang, and some random crackhead come up talking to you. Last time I was in Atlanta, bruh, bitch came up to me. I was at the Greyhound, and she said, yo, you want to hear me meow like a cat? I'm a kitty, meow, meow. I said, what the fuck am I into, gang? I was high as shit, too. So, it felt like I was in an NPC movie or something. I'm out there smoking my little gag, you know what I'm saying, my little tree or whatever. And here come that Jay, and she out the shit, you feel me? And so, with that being said, so we hop on the Greyhound, gang. We make it to Georgia. We land down and we come to the city I'm from. You feel me? Which ain't too far from Atlanta. It's a couple miles down the road, actually. But I really don't know what's next, right? And that's the scary part about all of this, to be honest with y'all, chat. But, you know what I'm saying? If that's a will, there's a way, you feel me? Like, we just got to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, you know, we going to get into some content, some things. You know, I got a lot of big things planned, honestly. You need money to do some of that shit. And obviously, I just lost my job. Obviously, you got to work for the things you need. But tell me, chat, why is always the people who ain't never got no job on every scene, gang? They out there at every club, popping every bottle, everywhere, on every vacation, trip, everything, gang. But the ones who work hard don't never get to enjoy the fruit of their labor. You feel what I'm saying, twin? So, with that being said, bro, this is literally just my introduction. All right, it's your boy JC. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Please like, comment, and subscribe.